Good evening.
Montreal! I've been here for a week. It's been a little bit hot. I think it hit 26 degrees. And your news is like this: stay indoors, sit down, make sure you drink a lot of water. It's fucking calm the fuck down, Montreal. It's just 26 degrees. Now, I do live in America, but I still deal with Celsius. I don't fuck around with Fahrenheit. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. It's a stupid measurement. While I'm at it, the day goes before the month. I'm not going month, day, year. That's fucking ridiculous. I'm wearing a waistcoat. That's to hide I'm getting a bit fat, you know. I'm off the telly at the moment, so I get fat when I'm off the telly. The only thing that keeps me thin is you good people on the internet reminding me when I've gotten fat. And I do thank you for that. There's people right now going, Jim's gotten fat on the Twitter. And I'm all for it. I think we should have fat shaming. When did we get a society where we can't fat shame? Fuck that. Shame the fatties. Fucking shame them. It's an addiction like any other. Overeating is an addiction like any other. You drink too much, people fucking tell you about it. They tell you about, oh, you were drunk. Normally Americans, like, they do this one. Hey, at 4:30 a.m., you were wasted. You could hardly stand. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I was fucking trying to do. You smoke, they're like, get outside, you fucking stink, you shouldn't be smoking, that's a disgusting habit, stand outside and smoke. You fucking rack up coke, right? They're like, you can't come to the school anymore, you're not welcome. But for some reason, the fat people, we have to just not acknowledge that they're overdoing something. We go, oh, no, that's how God made them. No, it's fucking not. Should be the same as smoking, man. The fat should come into a donut shop. The guy should be able to eye him up and down. You're going to have to eat that outside, mate. Go stand outside, make a little tiny awning for them to give them incentive. If it rains, they have to tuck themselves in with the other fatties and eat the donut. And go, do you remember when we used to be able to eat inside? I remember when we could eat on planes. So I have a kid. He's a nice kid, but he goes to this fancy school. They call me and his mother down. We go down to the school and we stand there and they go, oh, there's a problem with Hank. And I'm like, what's he fucking done? And they go, he can't read. All the other kids can read. Your son can't read. And I said, at 40 grand a year, that sounds like a you problem, not a fucking me problem. That's like if you got someone to build you a house and they'd built other houses. And then they were like, yeah, we've built these other houses, but this house doesn't have a roof on it. Yeah, we've tried to put a roof on it, and then we just gave up. We were hoping that you could do a bit of roofing after work each day for 2 hours and bring in a separate roofer to help finish the roof, and if you could pay us the full price, that would be fucking brilliant. Now, before he went to the fancy school, he had to go to preschool, and they had this big graduation for all the kids at the preschool. And all the kids walk out in their caps and gowns. They all stand there, and there's like that one kid who just, like everyone else is waving, trying to find their parents. They wave. And you go, hello, you doing good? And then there's that one kid who just stands there just crying, just, and you're like, that's a shit kid. Wouldn't want to have that kid. That's a bad kid. That parents must be fucking disappointed in that one. They all stand there, and all the dads, we've all got our phones out. We're holding up the phones, precious memories. I don't know why we record these things, like we're going to go home and watch it. Good fucking show that was. Watch that again. We've all got our cameras up, and the kids all walk out, and one of the teachers says, here at the school, we teach the kids to love and share and be aware and to care. But we also teach them. Then there's a lady who stands just here, and she's a choreographer for the kids, right? Now, I hope she has another job. I hope this isn't her full-time fucking gig, but she starts doing this. And the kids all mirror. They go, all right, we're fucking on. And then they go, A. A is for apples and aardvarks and avocados, A. And you're like, this is a great fucking show. Then another teacher comes out and talks about some excursion they had to a chocolate factory or some shit. And then the lady changes it up. She starts doing this. And all the kids go, okay. And then they go, B. B is for bananas and baboons and bullshit fucking B. And it's around E or F where all the cameras start to lower. And you go, fuck me, they're going to do the entire alphabet. You all start getting twitchy and you're looking around like, fuck, you know. You see one dad, he looks at you and he goes, this guy doesn't even smoke, he's taking it up just to get out of the fucking room. And then you go, oh, all right, we're in. We get out. There's a couple of other dads that are like, fuck, that was our shot. We can't all leave at once. You get outside and you're like, oh, bloody hell. And then there's like this old dad. Because it's Hollywood, there's like an 80-year-old guy who has a kid in Hank's class. He's on his 4th fucking family. He doesn't give a fuck. He's some Hollywood executive who's too old to be Me Too'd. And he's just smoking a cigar, and we look at him like he's Yoda. And he's like, yeah, it's a long show, guys, it's a long show. I normally come in around W and say I was there the whole time. About 40 minutes later, there's another dad that just stumbles out and goes, they're only up to L! And I'm watching these kids, and I'm watching them. And they're all children of entertainers, you know, this fancy school. And I'm watching all these kids, and it dawned on me, they're all 6. And this is the same age that Michael Jackson was when he recorded I Want You Back with the Jackson 5. When he was singing and dancing with his brothers going, when I had you to myself, and just like snapping in each move like that. And then I'm watching all these kids, M. And I'm like, none of these kids have got it. None of them. And do you want to know why? Because these kids are loved. That's why they'll never amount to fucking anything. My name's Jim Jeffries. Thank you very much.
Just jokes, guys. Just jokes. And speaking of jokes,